Okay, so first we'll talk about joint venture as external growth strategy. We discussed there are many ways by which you can join hand with other company and you can grow, and that is why it is known as external growth strategy. One which is very common is joint venture, which is very common in a country like India also, before liberalization also and after liberalization also. As government have put condition for external companies, foreign companies, if they want to enter into Indian market, they have to find a domestic player. Most of the time, more than 50% of market share stake from domestic company. So that domestic industry not only can be saved, but that domestic company can be benefited also by joining hand with foreign companies. The best example can be of that of Hero company. Today we all know it as a Hero Motocorp also. We all know Hero Honda joint venture, one of the most successful joint venture in the history of Indian business, where it was a joint venture between Hero Cycle of India and Honda Motors of Japan, a cycle manufacturing company. When it joined the hand with an automobile company from Japan in 1983, not only that they manufacture motorcycles for somewhere around 27 years. When 2010 they got separated, but till that time they became world's largest two-wheelers manufacturer. Yeah. And today the market leader in two-wheeler industry is Hero Motocorp. Now you understand government intention to force joint venture. Reason is a cycle manufacturing company today is India's largest two-wheeler manufacturing company in the name of Hero Motocorp, and it is largely because they learned from Honda company of Japan when they created the joint venture. And that is why, as I said, even today, government of India, and not only government of India, across the globe, not every industry, but certain industry, government expect that you have a domestic player as a partner, so that they can learn from you, so that our industry also survive. Otherwise, domestic industry get killed because these companies, foreign companies, are so powerful. It is quite difficult for domestic company to survive. So we are going to discuss about joint venture meaning and some examples, and then we'll talk about strategic alliance also. Joint venture is a combined effort of two or more companies to form a new company. That is very important. A new company is always formed when we talk about joint venture. For example, as we just discussed, Hero Cycle from India, Honda Motors of Japan, they came together, they both brought equity, and a new company called Hero Honda was created, which in 2010 got separated, and Hero Motocorp was created and Honda got separated. Kawasaki from Japan and Bajaj Auto of India created Kawasaki Bajaj Kinetic, that is Freedoria Group of India, and Honda of Japan created Kinetic Honda. And so many examples, almost every company before 91 in automobile sector was a joint venture, like Toyota, Kirloskar also, and so many. After 91, phase by phase, FDI rules were relaxed, and that's why in automobile sectors, 100% FDI was allowed. And as a result, Hero Honda also got separated and so many other things. One extreme example was where government also create some joint venture when no domestic company is interested or no foreign company. Like government of India and Suzuki Motors of Japan created most successful joint venture in Indian history is Maruti Udyog Limited. Similarly, as we discussed, when Pepsi first entered in 1988, it was a joint venture between PepsiCo of USA, Voltas, and Punjab government. And it was named Leher Pepsi. You all remember, we discussed that case study. So one of the peculiar characteristics of joint venture is it always create a new company. Means two or whatever number of partners are there, they all bring equities. Why joint ventures are undertaken? Even strategic alliance also or other sort of partnership also. It is because you are good in some areas, you are strong in some areas, but you are weak in some other areas. So if you can find out a partner who is stronger in those areas where you are weaker, you can join hand and together you can grow more. Synergy gets generated. So generally joint ventures are taken so that distinctive competency of two or more parties come together, and together you can achieve more which you could have achieved individually compared to what you could have achieved individually. You can complement each other because you have complementary skills. Yeah. As I said, when we talk about joint venture, different party bring different resources. Somebody is good in technology, they bring technology. Somebody is good in finance, money, they bring money. Human resource also, and any other resource also. But as I said, the percentage might differ, but each party will bring some equity. Very common, as I said, even today in some areas, minimum 51% is from Indian partner and remaining is from foreign companies. It differs industry to industry, but then whenever we say joint venture, either party will bring equity participation, okay, and a new company is created. Yeah. When these resources are put together, it gives birth to a new company, new entity, which is different from its parents. That means Hero Cycle, Honda Motors, two different companies came together and it created a third company called Hero Honda. Fedora Group, Kinetic Honda of Japan, two company created a third company called Kinetic Honda. Government of India, which is not a company, obviously, Suzuki Motors of Japan, and third entity was created, Maruti Udyog Limited. Okay. So always equity comes into picture and always a new company is formed. As I said earlier also, even today, after liberalization also, depending upon the industry and how much support is required, government have restricted in terms of amount of FDI, and that is the reason even today in so many sectors you see joint venture, because 100% FDI is not allowed. So many sectors, if you observe, for example, insurance, praise, retailing, 100% FDI is not allowed. So company from foreign market have to look for some other way to enter. One very common is joint venture. For example, let's talk about aviation industry. Even today in aviation industry, 100% FDI is not allowed, and that's why joint venture is common. Like for example, Tata group of company, Tata Sons have created joint venture with two foreign companies, Air Asia of Malaysia and Tata Sons. Together they have created Air Asia India, where Tata Sons is having 51% stake and Air Asia is having 49% stake. Vistara India, we all know. In that also Tata Sons is having 51% stake and Singapore Airlines Limited is having 49% stake. Because 100% FDI is not allowed in aviation. Otherwise, so many foreign companies are waiting for permission. But for so many reasons, security and all the things, government have still not opened that sector completely. Now, when we talk about joint venture, there are some issues which need to be taken care of. If you do it, then chances of success is more. Especially any sort of partnership, you say, you understand that if you sort out the issues priorly, then that partnership is likely to last for longer period of time. Like for example, we talk about Hero Honda. How come it lasts for 27 years? At the same time, Kinetic Honda didn't last for so many years. So obviously, when we form a partnership, we would like to have longer run, but many times it doesn't happen because of some issues. If you think about this issue before forming the joint venture, then this problem would not occur. Very important first point is objectives of joint venture. What you want to achieve from joint venture. If you are clear about it, then you find a good partner. Yeah. Many times, as I said, anything, if we do something without planning, we are likely to fail. When Hero Honda joint venture was created, Honda was very clear that they were looking for a partner who can support and who can help them in getting license. They had technology and everything, but it was government condition. So they were not looking for any other two-wheeler manufacturing company. They were looking for anyone who can invest that much which government is requiring, not beyond it. And as a result, they choose a partner who who is a cycle manufacturing company. Very smartly they choose it because they realize that if we join hand with somebody who is in automobile or two-wheeler manufacturing, they will learn from us very quickly, and in future they will become a competitor. That's why they choose a cycle manufacturing company, so that future competitor will not be developed. So what I mean to say is that whenever you start joint venture, be very clear what you want to get from your partner. Complementary skill, distinctive competency. What you do not have, they must be having. Then only that partnership will be successful. Otherwise, if you are not clear about your objective, in future this create a problem, especially when foreign partners are there in joint venture. Okay. Because, for example, you created joint venture when you were not allowed with 100% FDI. But in future, what if 100% FDI is allowed? Then what happened that we have seen in the case of Hero Honda and Honda Motors. 1998, when Honda established their 100% subsidiary, because now 100% FDI was allowed. So now Honda, their 100% subsidiary, and Hero Honda, they two become competitor of each other. Because at the time of contract in 1983, this type of safeguard was not created. And that is why you need to understand when you are entering into joint venture with any partner, think about future also and create some safeguard. Like that you will not enter with another partner. Like Hero Honda was one partnership of Honda. At the same time, Honda was having another partnership with Kinetic Honda also. So Honda was having two business, two companies, and which ultimately became competitor. As Hero was not having such safeguards while making contract, they struggle, which we'll later discuss on detail that case study. Another is choice of partner. Simple is that you should choose a partner who can complement you, who can provide you some assistance in those areas where you are lacking. If you're lacking in technology, choose a partner who have that required technology. You are lacking financial capability, choose a partner who is capable financially, strong financially. Then successful partnership will be there. Like for Honda, technology was not an issue, even finance was not an issue. Only issue was the domestic partner must be there. So they choose a Hero company. Obviously, it brought finance also. Another issue is pattern of shareholding. Who will hold how much? When it is government's rule that minimum 51% or minimum 75% is to be with domestic player, there is nothing to be thought about. Yeah. When government itself is a partner to joint venture, then obviously government have their own criteria. But thing is that government intention most of the time to create joint venture is to development of the nation. As nobody is coming forward, government have to create joint venture like Maruti Udyog Limited. Nobody was willing to come to India and manufacture car. So government invested money, they invited Suzuki Motors, together they started manufacturing car. But government job is to govern the nation, not to manufacture a car or not to do any other business. When government is realized that now that car industry is sufficiently developed, foreign players also have come, government sold out its stake. Okay. So in this case, when government is one of the shareholder, it's not a big deal. Government most of the time future sell out their stake so that they can use that money in some other purpose, largely that is to govern the nation. When there is a joint venture between a foreign company and a domestic company, then question arises, who will bring how much equity? As I said, if government have already defined a limit, a domestic player have to have 51% stake, foreign company can have maximum 49% stake, then nothing is to be think about. Clear? Another important decision is management pattern. That is always a case. Okay, though it is not a joint venture, But after merger, you understand Vodafone and Idea, VI now as it is known as. Obviously, it is not a joint venture, but if you understand, even though Vodafone have more stake, who is the chief executive? It is from Idea company, Kumar Mangalam Birla. Yeah. So this is so as to run the business smoothly. But this obviously, this many a time becomes a problem, and that's why it should be done properly. Most important question is who will constitute board of directors? Obviously, both the company most of the time, but who will bring how many? Who will be head of the board of directors? And who will be chief executive? These all questions to be answered beforehand so that in future problem do not arise. So these are some of the issues of joint venture. If you can plan it well in advance, it's less likely that problem will arise and your joint venture will run smoothly. Obviously, we plan for long term, but then there are some problems because of which this partnership also end prematurely, like Kinetic Honda. Yeah. There are some problems. Biggest problem is that is any partnership, not in joint venture. When partnership is doing well, everybody try to take credit. When partnership is not doing well, which happens most of the time, at least initially, you start blaming each other. And that is the reason most of the time for getting separated. Yeah. If you understand each other, if you trust each other, if you give credit to others, then your partnership will go for a longer period of time, whether it is joint venture or strategic alliance or any other partnership. Another and bigger problem, which we just discussed few minutes back, is you create a joint venture because 100% FDI was not allowed so many times. But in future, you are allowed to bring 100% FDI. In that case, what happens is that now you have two companies. One, which is your joint venture with another company, and another is your 100% subsidiary. For example, in 80s, Honda company created joint venture with Hero, and or Hero Honda was created. Later on, late 90s, somewhere around 98, when FDI rules were relaxed, they come out with their 100% subsidiary, Honda Motors and Scooter India Limited. The first product from that company was Activa. So what happened next was now Hero Honda and Honda Motors 100% subsidiary, these two companies became competitors. And as a result, what happened next was obviously Honda's 100% subsidiary got more attention compared to joint venture. That is the biggest problem. Wholly owned subsidiary will be paid more attention as compared to joint venture. This was the case, as I said, Hero Honda started getting lesser attention from Honda company, and Honda Motors own subsidiary, 100% subsidiary, started getting more attention. Obviously, because it was their 100% subsidiary. And that is the future. Technology flow also got disrupted intentionally. Honda company didn't provide technology to Hero Honda company on a continuous basis so that their 100% subsidiary can be established. And second problem, which also became product of subsidiary ultimately compete with your joint venture company. Hero Honda's product started getting lot of competition from Honda's subsidiary, which was better because they were getting better technology. Hero Honda, with obviously not that superior technology, because Hero was relying completely on Honda for technology. So Hero Honda was struggling against Honda's subsidiary, and they were superior also in terms of technology. And that is the result ultimately in 2010, this successful joint venture also got separated. It also collapsed. And that is why, as I said, when you create a joint venture, all these safeguards should have been taken care of. If Hero company in 1983 only if they have put this condition that without our permission you cannot bring your subsidiary, 100% subsidiary, then this might not have happened. But you understand, Hero was not in that position and it was a cycle company. So whatever they have achieved from this joint venture, it was all benefit only. But if we are also two-wheeler company and all the things, you should create such safeguards so as to secure your future. Otherwise, problem will be